In today's video, I wanted to revisit the 38mm Hamilton Khaki Field Automatic. I know what you're saying, why would he do another review of a watch he's already done a review of? Well, to be honest, I'm kind of confused about that as well. The main focus of my original review was whether or not the watch was overrated, considering the amount of gushing love it's given by pretty much every reviewer out there. There are countless print articles and YouTube videos heaping its praises. Basically, the gist of my original review was that it was slightly overrated. I felt that it was a beautiful watch, but lacking in essential field watch specs like usable lume and at least some sort of anti-reflective coating on the sapphire crystal. I was content with my review, and I knew that some, if not all, viewers would disagree with my conclusion. I was pretty spot on with that assumption. There were a lot of disagreements, and every time I would post on Instagram jokes about the lume or jokes about the anti-reflective coating, I was always reminded of how much people really didn't like that. I've heard several times that if they were forced to sell all of their watches, they would not sell the Hamilton Khaki Field Automatic. This got me thinking, what was I missing? I certainly fell in love with this watch when I saw it in the department store. Under track lighting and fancy displays, even subpar watches can look really good under those conditions, so you never really know. A few weeks went by after posting my original review when I started to notice something unusual for me. I began thinking about the watch often. It kind of became the watch that I would quote-unquote change into when I came home from work. Or in the morning when I was in a hurry, I usually grabbed the Hamilton. What struck me as odd was the fact that I am not a fan of field watches. I have several and they don't get the wrist time they should. I've never really liked Arabic numerals for every hour marker on a watch dial. I don't know why, but I've never really connected with that. Yet on the Khaki Field Automatic, I find myself having a hard time not constantly staring at the dial. Was I losing my mind? Or had my taste in watches changed? I was confused, to say the least. I began experimenting, using different straps on the watch, from leather straps from Strapsco to a metal bracelet from Strap Code made for the Seiko Alpinist. It seemed that every strap I threw at it worked unbelievably well. It didn't matter what color or what material, it all just worked. I found that versatility like that was pretty hard to come by. You can tell that I'm not lying about the amount of times I changed the strap by the scratches I've left on the lugs. So was I wrong about this watch? Yes, I admit it. I was wrong. It's not overrated, not even in the slightest. It works in every situation, with a suit, fishing, hunting, lovemaking, etc. It's a watch that fits in just as well at the opera as it does grilling on the 4th of July. I love this thing. I have fallen under its spell, and as much as it pains me to say this, if I had to sell all of my watches, I would have a hard time letting go of this one.